I mean, based on what we saw from Trump last night and Pete Hesketh today, I think it'll end when Trump decides it will end, and that will probably be driven by what the American public think about the costs in their pocket at the fuel stations. It's quite clear that the cost of living is a huge issue in the States as it is here in the UK, and it's quite clear that the objectives have never been properly set, and that Trump, as always, will react to what he thinks is best in Trump's interests. Yeah, and in some ways the reason why the logic follows that therefore the UK can't participate is because, you know, Katie McFarland, as I say, said a number of times there that it was clear, but I think we're all old enough to remember that at the start of this, Trump was talking about this was about regime change, this was about freeing the people of Iran from the regime that they had been experiencing.
That was day one.
That was day one, but if that was the objective at the start, that certainly doesn't seem to be the objective now, so it's not surprising that the UK has taken a decision that it has. But I mean, the reality is what do we expect from our political leadership? We expect them to take the advice and what has come from the military planners, and I think that sounds perfectly reasonable. But I think it's also the job from a political leadership perspective to question and interrogate that, to ensure that, you know, if it was just a case of all you expect your political leaders to do is to just, whatever is presented, you say, yes, that's fine, what would be the point? There's got to be more to it than that. I suppose, you know, one of the challenges or one of the criticisms of Starmer in recent days has been in relation to weakness. And I think for me, the piece that has been, that has demonstrated some evidence of that has been the leak from the National Security Council. Because say what you like in relation to Theresa May, when we saw a leak from that council previously, there was a sacking. The fact that we haven't seen anything emerge on that does concern me. But look, you know, I'm not going to pretend that I can even start to have the level of knowledge that Calvin has of the region and of what the deployment is. You know, I worked in military resettlement for 2 years. I saw one of the aircraft carriers launched a decade and a half ago. It's quite clear that our naval capability is not what it was.